Hello, hello. Hi. Welcome, gentle listener. Enjoy today's stream of consciousness that comprises today's stream. The other things that comprise today's stream are the ice blue, vapor blue controller that we use to fly around the entire world. Hello, hi, how you doing? The uh, perfectly whatever glass of condensed glass of Diet Coke. This is really Diet Coke. It's not just brown food coloring in water, okay? I have to spend money. It's investment. I'm investing in the stream. Because also, I wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, all right. All right. That gives you another 5 minutes of power. Yeah, I can't have a super long stream. We're going to do 45 minutes of Microsoft Flight Simulator content and then a very short break of 3 or 4 minutes and then 45 minutes tops. I made a command decision today. Now, I've been doing almost all my. Oh, hi. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for stopping by. Just describing a little in advance what you'll see. We're streaming live, of course, to YouTube Live and to Twitch. Right, so there'll be some 45. We've already decided that Rome is today's destination, which is good because I like to put it in the title. Some people are like, "Where are you going today? You know, is it going to be an interesting place?" I think it'll be interesting. So I looked it up on the Google Maps before we got here, and which is good because the Spanish Steps from the air, it's just this little triangle in a very dense area that if you flew over and you didn't know where it was, you'd never find it. But fortunately, on the Google Maps, not only does it show where it is on the map, but it has a little flyover, like a drone flyover when you hover over it, which really just basically tells me as the pilot exactly what I should be looking for in terms of visual area marks. We'll get to that in a second, though. As I was mentioning, the second part, I've been doing a lot of. First of all, I'm supposed to be doing keyboard today, but I decided no, I'm going to play guitar. But the other thing is, I've been doing a lot of karaoke because I've been really enjoying it. I'm going to keep doing that. Today, no karaoke. I'm going to play the guitar and attempt to kind of sing a little bit or just play the guitar on some songs, but there'll be no accompaniment. So I just because that's how I felt for today's stream to just to mix up the musical segment a little bit. It's still either going to be me playing guitar or me doing the keyboards. Now tomorrow we'll go back to the keyboards, but yeah, we're ready to start the flight simulations. So the other thing is, well, that's very nice. Your client is satisfied with your work. Yeah, I remember a little bit about you mentioning some of your work. Let's see. Rome. So it's nighttime there, and that's never fun for me. Well, it is actually fun, but it would make it especially hard to find the Spanish Steps, which are now. I'm going to find out exactly where they are on this map because then we can set a destination. Right? Okay. It's really right in the middle of everything. It's right here. It's they call it. It's not going to be called the Spanish Steps. It's called the Piazza di Spagna. Um, oh yeah, you know what we'll just do is we'll set a right. So I've already decided that we're also going to use. Yeah, you live near Cardiff. I remember that. I live in Pleasanton, California, which is somewhat east of San Francisco. Well, it's east of the East Bay. There's San Francisco, then there's the Bay, and then there's Oakland, and then further east is what we call the Tri Valley area. So I live, just at the end of the BART stop. But I could get to downtown San Francisco if I wanted to, which I don't particularly. But I have some roots in the Bay Area. I've lived here a long time, but I just like California. The Aero Ae-45, which is the late after post-war, one of the famous flyers, and I've had it in the hangar for a while, but I decided to bring it out. It is not fast. It is not aerobatic. But it is very vintagey and it is very interesting. And there's two versions, and they're kind of different. There's the one, there's, right, it comes in the 45, back here, sorry. It comes in the 145, which is a little newer kind of interior, and the original 45, which I thought we'll take out first, and hopefully we'll have time to try both this older one and the newer one, and you can kind of see some of the differences. But these were designed in the late anyway. We're going to start pretty close by, and the reason why is because this is not a fast plane, nor does it need a lot of runway to take off. Right? Is this going to work? Ramp small. And we're going to remove the time to like a nice late afternoon. Is this going to work? By the way, if anybody wants to fly along this how long I've been streaming? You know, not even a year. How long I've been. If anybody wants to fly along with me, by the way, I do get some people who enjoy. I'm on the U.S. West server. I like just to make this little announcement on the U.S. West server, and the airport I'm flying out of is in Rome. It's LIRU. It's the little airport. Inland, real close to the city. It's not really used for much, I don't think, these days. Yeah, but streaming. Let's see. I started streaming in like early September. I consider it was really late August, but I consider September 1st to be my streaming anniversary. And I, I think I made partner in 4 weeks. So, or not partner, affiliate. I'm never gonna make partner affiliate though. Pretty quickly. And then I started co-streaming on YouTube, and I consider my starting date for that when I started co-streaming January 1st, which is easy to remember. So my 1-year anniversary on YouTube is going to be at the end of this year. And my 1-year anniversary on Twitch, for not really a formal one, but the one I'm working on, is September 1st. Do I want to be famous on social media? You mean like the Hawk Twa girl? Sorta. I mean, there's being famous on social media. It's not really, I mean, would I rather be rich or famous? I'd be rich, if that's the choice, You'd rather be rich than famous. But if you gotta, I don't know, there's worse things than being famous, I think. I guess, it's like Andy Warhol said, everybody's going to have their 15 minutes of fame. I probably have already had mine. Last year when I went to Vegas, I went viral on Dexerto. There was 4 million views of this thing I did. I don't want to talk about it right now, though. So, because we got to do something for this year that's also going to go viral. Don't worry about it. It's under control. All right. This plane, yeah. Well, that's where I get my, that's where my emote comes from. That's from that viral moment. That's the literal second that video, the video of me talking to Nicole. And when she's like, no, that wasn't me. You were who's, DMing you on Twitter. That was the little, okay, before I want to show you some of the cool features of this. You can flip a switch like engine cover, and that engine cover, oh wait, is that the low res asset? Nah, I guess it's fine. That engine, you can kind of see in the engine, and the engine cover's like sitting there for maintenance. Let's not, we don't want to do that though. Okay, so engine cover closed. All right, the starting. Let's get the starting of the starting. Oh wait, I just want to do a quick walk around. This is the kind of the shiny version of it. So you can see it's small. It's got like 2 passengers, 2 pilots, 2 of these little engines. It was designed again post-war, built in Czechoslovakia. Yeah, well, the thing is, that's what you need. You need to find people who have streamed for at least 3 or 4 years before you even start considering that they might want to buy art. This is definitely a hobby for me, so it's not something I really want to invest in beyond what I've already invested, which is fairly substantial. But I don't think art would help me out too much. But I understand that people do. Okay, alternator on. Both alternators on. Battery master on. Ignition. It's already on. Okay. Power flap circuit. Probably should be on. Secure aircraft and avionics we don't need. By the way, I want to mention another thing that I was like, which is that the door open. We're gonna keep the door open. Probably I wouldn't. Don't waste too much time. Life is short, But thank you. I also appreciate people thinking about me, but I'm such a small streamer. So, and plus I'm a very unique streamer because look at that little like candy cane pole there. I wonder what that's for. It's on each of the engines. I wonder if that retracts at some point. Okay, it's a pretty plane. It's very unusual. Okay, so up here, all right, well, we got to get the engine started and we can start powering things up. Okay, those go. All right, the engines are a little tricky. Okay, fuel is on. Mixture, I think open. right? For both of these. Throttle to fairly high, or because the idle is fairly high, I believe. Parking brake's on, right? Yeah, good. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna prime the left engine. Ooh, we could do it like 4 times. 4 times, but you never know. You know, if I really like something, and it's reasonably priced. But you know, as I say, I've got a whole bunch of my things where I've got screenshots and I combine them with music that I did, and it's kind of something I do. All right, it's smoking, it's oiling. Is it going to stay on? That's all I want to know. I want to make sure it stays on. Because the RPM's coming down. I want to make sure it stays around there. Looks about right. Oh, you know what I forgot? I think you're supposed to feather the engines. Let's do this for both engines. Feather the engines before starting them. But maybe not. Maybe that's going to mess with it. Yeah. Well, I just turned on one engine. Okay, so it has this complicated system over here of where it has a hydraulic system for feathering or operating the prop. So I think that you're supposed to start the engines. Okay, let's prime the right engine with the propellers feathered. I think for most of these engines, if you can, you're supposed to. It's just less load on the engine. Okay, you get a lot of smoke out of it, but I think it's fine. I think it's normal. They're just smoky engines, all right? But let's make sure they stay on. Okay, once they've warmed up a bit, then we're going to unfeather the engines. By the way, I turned the sound on, excuse me, so that you could hear it a little better, but I think that's a little too much. The sounds of this plane are great. It will get a lot quieter once I close the canopy. All right, let's see how we're looking here. Are both these engines going to stabilize? Let's, first of all, okay, that one's feathered. This one feathered. Okay, they're both feathered. So we're going to power. Okay, so power to that system was necessary anyway. Alright, we can bring the mixture down a little bit, because otherwise we're going to choke out the engines. Alrighty. Cabin lighting, probably don't need. Navigation lights, of course. I think it's probably a warm day. Yeah, my Instagram, I think, is Kench9999, by the way. You can. I think on Instagram, that's the one account where I couldn't get Kench999, so I had to add another 9. So if you do a search on Instagram and you find Kench999, and it should show my kind of standard social, you know, those two guys things. I think we're working. Okay. I think we're is the radio on? I don't know if I turned radio on. Common volume, 100%. Let's just find out. Okay, we gotta fly around Rome, guys. Come on, we're going south. We're gonna find the Spanish Steps, and then once we do, we're still gonna keep flying around. There's a lot more to see than just that.
Ready to taxi south departure.
Can't do. All right, we're gonna taxi with the. Oh, geez, look at that. We have to go out to the. That's fine. Although, why are the engines not synchronized? Hold on a second. Wait, what did I just do? Oops. I inadvertently cut that engine entirely. Tricky. Hold on a second here. You got to keep the throttles up or they will stall out. Or something like that. I was running this. It's a very unusual plane. It doesn't really... I'll have to check after stream. Sorry about that. Okay. So... that's on. I'm not really making any power. But I think I did something wrong. Let's see. What did I do out here? This is all good, right? These are not necessary. That's all good. Yeah, I'll look later, but right after stream. But then I can kind of confirm things. Ooh, what's this button here? Flaps. There we go. Oops. Now we have too much. That's right. What I did was I was trying to operate those pitch controls. Well, too much. Too much. That was my bad. While I had not powered on that system, and it kind of left him in a weird state. All right, we're good now. Hold on a second. All right. Let's slow down. We're good though. All right. So where do I want these? All right. Let me just give you a summary of why this plane is a little interesting. It's over here on the pitch controls. You get these left prop pitch and right prop pitch, and they're labeled takeoff, climb, and max speed, which is a really weird thing. But takeoff gives you the most speed, so the most power at ground level. And then climb is less, and then max speed is really cruise. It's a little weird. All right, let's get to the runway here. Now, okay, both engines are running correctly now, and they're synchronized. The problem is that I had one propeller synchronized and the other one and then different, so I had to kind of resynchronize them. But now they're good. It's just a quirky little plane in that you can get the propellers can be out of sync, and there might be situations where, because they're out having independent switches, there might be situations where you want them out of sync, like to make a hard left turn or something. All right, we are at the end of the runway. This is a very old plane from the 40s, and the newer version is the 145. This is the old version. The newer version has kind of a simplified method, but still the same kind of idea for controlling these. Anyway, so these are both on takeoff. That's good. We better be on takeoff. Tune the tower. Request takeoff clearance. Can we take off with the thing open? No. Closing of the canopy. Gets nice and quiet. South departure. Good. That's the way we want to go. And flaps to mid position, which we just go. You can see the flaps. Trailing flaps are below the wing. The style flaps there. I don't care about altimeter. Parking brake off. Cleared for the runway. Yeah. All right, let's take off. Let's fly around. I want to fly around. Let's fly around. And beyond that, it's south. I'm gonna have to look at the. But yeah, no. But there's all sorts of It's all in. It's a Czechoslovakia. It was made in Czechoslovakia, which I guess isn't really anymore. In the late 40s, after the post-war, as a utility aircraft. It's just an interest. And I guess there's still a few of them. Oh, stay on the runway. Stay on the runway. Stay on the runway. Stay on the runway. Thank you. And we can roll out. So we got a wind there. We got a side wind there. We're gonna roll out. This is what it looks like from here. The gear does tuck back there, which is nice for a 40s plane. In some ways, this is a lot more sophisticated than those Junkers planes we're flying. This is to the south of this runway here, but you can see there will be a lot of these points of interest. Yes, south departure. That's where we're headed. South. This is south. Flaps to clean. Now, the thing about this airplane is don't expect it to, do much. However, now that we have taken off, even at this point, I'm going to put us prop pitch to climb, which is, we're going to move the mixture down to about 87% here. Again, the higher up you get in the altitude, the leaner your engine's going to want to run because you're getting less air, less oxygen. But what we're looking for, just to see it real quickly, and then we're gonna I don't know how accurate the model is of what is on the ground, but it's the world famous Spanish Steps. It's the Plaza de Spain, isn't it, or something like that? It's just Spagna. It's not this one. It's not Siena. It's Spagna, which we'll find. But it's kind of over this hill. There's a bunch of piazzas. Okay. Now we're going to kind of watch our speed. This is not a plane you really want to travel fast in. It's also got a, you know, what, 180 is VNE. But we'll fly around this a bunch. But, right. Okay, so what it looks like is this little triangular plaza. Okay, this is Popolo. But it's right, going to be right here. It's not much from the air, but we're going to jump out and see what it looks like. It's this one here. And the reason I know is because I think it's that one there. I don't know for sure now. Hold on. Hold on. The only way I would know... Yeah, it is. The only way I'd know is because I checked, you know, because I checked on Google Maps beforehand. It's not great. I would say this is not an improved. There is like that. There's a very famous fountain here. Okay. Right. It's called the Fonte della Barcaccia, the Baroque fountain by the Spanish Steps, and the Spanish Steps themselves are kind of up above that tree here. Well, I guess right. They go up here. Well, no, where do they go? Hold on a second. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh no, the Spanish Steps are right next to they're right here. Okay, sorry. The Spanish Steps are here. Okay, I was wrong. They're not that bad. I mean, they're steps, and that is kind of what they look like. You know, it's a little rough from 30 feet, but you know, you get up a ways, and there you go. Yeah, it was just a thank you. I would have figured it out eventually. But yeah, I would play the Toto song, Spanish Steps. It's a really good song. And you get the this beautiful whatever this is. This is the this cheese. This Scalinata di Trinata di Monti. Okay, so this is the Trinati di Monti. That's what the church is called. Trinata di Monti. Yes. Okay, fine. All right. So yeah, and there's this obelisk there. Spanish Steps. It seems like it's you know, it's certainly a romantic place to go. It's been written about. Obviously, it's a vista. It's on the tourist. You're up a little bit of a way. You know, you go up the steps here. You can climb up to here, right? And then you can see all this direction here, like down that way. All right. Okay. All right, but that's just one of the many amazing sights. Can I get this off, things? We're going to see as we fly around. By the way, fun fact, I changed the time of day to be late afternoon, but I didn't touch the weather. So presumably this is the local weather. This is the station terminal, which I'm guessing kind of main terminal. But I love how that's kind of a modern edifice there. And then it goes, these are all the platforms. So it's like Rome Terminal, Terminici, or I don't know. But you know us, if we can't find the stadium, we haven't really seen anything. So it's a gorgeous day for flying, or you know, this afternoon it was, and we're taking advantage of it by slightly changing the time, but just enjoying a little Rome flyover. We're gonna go over the old city. Yeah. I'm leaving your airspace. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Disapprove?
Tower KENSH 9er frequency change.
This definitely looks like a convergence point here, or a vergence, as we like to call it. Because con is too hard to say in Star Wars. All right. Coliseo. What do you think of Coliseo? Who's ever heard of a Coliseo? Okay, now the Colosseum, by the way, compared to the Spanish Steps, if I remember correctly, the Colosseum is quite a detailed. It's a combination of three-dimensional. Wait a minute, there we are. You can see it from ground-ish level there. It's a combination of three-dimensional and kind of you can see satellite mapping in the bottom. The interesting thing is you were never intended to see the floor, right? They had a false floor and everything, so the stuff like could come up from the bottom. So there was effectively a ceiling that they built over this underground area, and then people be sitting, and you'd think that was the floor. It's pretty amazing technology for the time, apparently. just to put on these incredible shows. And then they had these naval battles they'd reenact, and they'd fled the place. Did you know that? Did you read about that? They'd fled the Coliseum and have boats in there. And I read about that. I was like, what? All right, where's our aeroplano? Where is it? Oh, it's way up here. This way. Let's go back in the aeroplano. Oh. Oh. I just like to pretend I'm going back in the aeroplano. You get a good look at it this way, too, you know. All right. The Colosseum of Rome. Don't say I never took you anywhere. Beautiful, bright day. What is that? What is there's the Ponte, these famous bridges. This is the, what is this one? That looks pretty, well, hold on a second here. This looks like an even more elaborate model to check out here. I mean, you know, they definitely vary, you know, like Sagrada Familia and things like that. You know, sometimes you see them, you get right up to them, and it looks like a one-to-one, you know, like high def, you know, like that's probably what it's about. Looks like, but yeah, except like probably millions of people milling around it. What is this again? Dang it! Okay, is this the Pantheon? Yeah, no, it's the it's not the Pantheon. It's the Monumente a Vittorio Emanuele II. The monument to Vittorio Emanuele II. Interestingly. A huge palace, great history, free to walk around. There's an elevator, will take you up. Imposing white monument which towers over all else of its surroundings, close to the Roman Forum. There's just so much history in Rome, man. You know what I'm saying? Really? Oh, that's a lot. You know, usually, yeah, it's probably like the dominant. Pantheon is there. Pantheon right there. Okay, cool. Let's keep flying around. We're probably going to do some river crawling here. But, okay, this is the Popolo, the Popular Plaza. The People's Plaza, excuse me. Sorry. And again, Microsoft Flight Simulator is doing okay considering what kind of workload we're having it do. But it is a little choppy. If you're seeing a little chop, so am I. And I'm not, I don't blame it. Okay, the Flaminio Stadium. The stadium right here. Flaminio. Okay, and this next to it is the Palazzo della Sporte. Or Sport, I don't know. Oh, there's another one over here. Basically, the number of interesting graphical assets that you'll find in this area is nice. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, but all in all, it's not just the calculations. As I mentioned before, like look at this building here. It's not just the calculations. It's the amount of it's the amount of memory. It's the amount of data that you're moving from one place to another. Because you got 300 gigabytes of stuff on a hard, effectively a SSD, that has to get cycled through, you know, really less. Well, I have 32 gig, but it doesn't use it. I don't think it only uses less than 24 gig of memory. You know, dynamically. So it's not storing the North Pole while I'm nowhere near the North Pole, right? But all these buildings got to be there so that when I look off in the distance, I can still see, you know, all these buildings. There is got to be some what they call level of detail management for it to work, but it's pretty transparent. Okay, this one's there's another piazza. How many piazzas are there? I bet there's like 400. There's also 7 hills, but you can't really see them. Okay, so this is what we call the home of the Pope, the Pope's home, Popesum. The Vatican. The Basilica de St. Peter, St. Peter, also a gorgeous rendering in 3 dimensions. What with St. Peter's Square, or whatever it is. Don't say never took you to see the Pope. Okay. There it is. Looks nice in the late afternoon with that shadowing. Take a good look at it. So this is, you know, as we know, the Vatican is not Italy. It's a separate country or a separate, you know, political unit. But it just consists of this area here. This greenery area is part of it. This green area. These little homes on this side, but not that side, I think, are owned by the, you know, these buildings are owned effectively by the Vatican, but not on that side. It's really small. And then when you get up here, it basically ends, you know, the Vatican ends there, you know, and then Rome is on either side of it. So it's real small. All right, let's get back in. Bye, Pope. Mr. Pope. Have a good day. All right, Villa Pamphili. Pamphili. I always tell a really nice villa because it's got a lot of land around it. It's a kind of a micronation. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I want to check out all these little kind of outlying points of interest. It says Villa Pamphili, but I'm not really sure what we're supposed to be looking for. We'll keep flying around. Just a beautiful day around Rome. I've heard, you know, the weather's not always great there, but... By the way, one thing I haven't done yet is take a look at our instruments. Oops. And see how we're performing. Especially our engines. Like, are we overheating? No. Are we running out of fuel? Total tanks, we're fine. Are we gonna stall? Okay, I'm just checking. Just checking. We're okay. All right, it's good. Do you want to make sure that you fly the plane? It does not fly itself. Oh, of course not. No, it certainly doesn't. But you know, they got plenty of. You know, they got bank accounts, which are even better. There's this kind of modern financial area, I believe. Actually, there's a couple. Let's check out this one. The only thing about this river is that it is not high enough to have high enough banks where we can go under the bridge downtown. So today, I don't know if I already tweeted about this. Today I was doing my regular thing, which is working in the morning. But while working, watching Sleepy Pan do her marble stream, because I play marble. This is kind of pretty looking here. I'm gonna do a little research. What is this exactly here? I mean, it can't be that hard to figure out. So, and I've been playing marbles for, like, you know, the number of years. We're generally heading east, right? So I think that's gonna be. Might be a little harder to find on the maps than I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing that visibly on the map. Which way exactly am I flying? Hold on. So it goes that way is there. Okay, so I'm southeast of the city, right? But I don't see anything else exactly like that. No big deal. Just a kind of a modern area, and I wanted to see... I believe her furniture was supposed to come today. So, I mean, she's got a lot of... Plus, you know, she's having the floor of the garage redone and some... You know what I mean? I imagine it's just she has to be there because activity. But if it's just, yeah, it may well be that she's that the furniture's arriving today, because she said it was today or tomorrow, I think. So it might not be tomorrow, but if it's today, yeah. I mean, she may not be streamed for a couple days. I mean, when I move, my first priority isn't to stream. My first priority is to get a whole bunch of stuff together. Usually I don't even have the internet ready. All right, let's keep flying in. I still want to see if I can figure out what that is. It's basically south of the city. And then this is all kind of interesting. They got these like curly, kind of embraced buildings here. Oh, and I see these on the map. Perfect. Okay, hold on 1 second though. Okay, now I can see where these buildings are very unusual, and they're very, they stick out on the map quite a bit. Lutech Advanced Solutions SP. I think these are industrial, but I see exactly where I am. So now I should be able to figure out where that thing, kind of fancy building area was. Right? Yeah, I wonder if it's changed. Anyway, now I know where I am there. Because, yeah, definitely. Perfect. Well, I just like to have, like, points of reference. But I can see these on the map. It's just really, this is all kind of a very planned out kind of set of these curved buildings with these inset curved buildings. They're kind of designed to preserve the view of you get the point. Moving's a lot of work, but you can't anticipate all the things that kind of prevent you from doing your regular routine, right? So you don't know exactly how long it's going to take to restore. It's a good thing she has plenty of reruns. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely different Bella from when she started out and she streamed for 6 months in a row every single day for 8 hours, except for I think like maybe 5 days. And everybody was like, "How are you doing this?" So I mean, I know she has it in her. I mean, we do. She could do that. She just, she needs to get motivated and get, have her setup ready to go. And and I know how that is. Oh, there's like a cool bridge here. I like all these little bridges that are unique. I mean, it takes time to make a setup, and now that I have mine set up, I don't really want to mess with it. It literally, it still takes me 3 or 4 minutes to get all my shit together to stream on. Okay, so that's train tracks, but that's not the central station. It's the south station. Oh, here's the pyramid. I don't know what that is, but I want to find it out. Pyramid. Let me see what it says. Okay. Pyramid. What is it? Oh, it's a station. Okay. I think it's an underground station, right? And it's pictured, so that's... Yeah. Oh, is it the Pyramid of Cestius? It's an ancient Roman Egyptian-style pyramid in Rome, Italy, near the Porta Cipolla and the Protestant cemetery. Yeah, because that's right. That is where it is. I'm talking about this here. They say pyramid, but I'm not sure that's what it is. I think that is actually what it is. So that is an old pyramid there. Okay. Yeah, down here. Let me jump out and show you. Right down here. It's right in front of the... I think there's like a train station here. But I was looking at it. It's like there's a little castle thingy, like a porticus. And then this thing that... It looks like kind of a modern pyramid. But I'm looking at it right now on the Google Maps, and it's called the Pyramid of Caius Cestius, cultural landmark. And apparently it's really, really old. I mean, it looks kind of new. I didn't know there was a pyramid in Rome, okay? It's worth checking out. It's a bit of a walk from the main tourist attractions, and there's a subway and train station very close by, so that's why everybody sees it. And the best place to see the pyramid is from inside the Protestant cemetery, okay, which is right up here. Or no, is it across? Yeah, that's the train station. And there's also a subway station. All right, we're learning. We're figuring out how Rome works here. Let's keep flying around. But apparently, you know, I mean, but yeah, it's like the 1st century BC, which would have made it thousands of years older than the pyramids of Egypt, but still really old. You know what I mean? Or thousands of years newer than the pyramids of Egypt. If it was 1 BC, or the first century, one, you know, 1st century BC or AD. Ah, okay. Garibaldi Bridge. That's that. Yeah, we talked about that. Emmanuel Francis. We haven't checked out this section up here. At low level. How's our gasoline supply? Ah, fine. Why are our fuel warning lights on though? Do we have to switch? Do we have to switch the tanks manually? Like, do we have to switch to center tanks? Oh no, we have been here. That's the Vatican. I'm like, we haven't been over here. Oh, we've been there. All right, let's go. We haven't been on this side. I don't know. I did not know about the Rome Pyramid, but again, that's okay. No, that was bad. Let's give it regular fuel again. Hopefully I can start the engines again. Let's see if we can start them up again. Alright. They're fine. Is it fine? What's going on here? Uh-oh. I think I messed something up. Wow. Well, I wanted to try the other version of this plane. I think I stalled. I don't know exactly what I did, but I think I stalled the engines. But there should have been fuel in those center tanks. But I've never tried switching those fuels. The fuel in. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, by the way. I never tried switching those fuel tanks while operating. The point is, we don't actually have time to try it. We'll do it next time. I want to show you what we'll try next time. Because it's 45 minutes in. I have a limited amount of time on my weekday streams. It's getting kind of busy at work. So there's the 45 and the 145. The 145 has a different set of really cool, colorful liveries. But most importantly is different on the inside. So we saw Rome. We had a good time. We smashed. I got to figure out how I got to figure out how the fuel system works, because it was giving me red lights over the fuel. Those red lights were fuel warnings, and I know I was running low on my left and right tanks, and there are other tanks. But what I didn't check is, actually, I want to check this real quick. What is the default fuel load? And the only way to do this is to actually kind of do this here. It's just going to take a second. I'm not going to actually fly anywhere. I just want to look at what the default fuel load. It'll show me where the tanks are. Because I know we were basically running the left and right tanks dry. But there's 4 or 5 tanks, I think. Or maybe 3 tanks. I just want to see what it gives you by default. How it fills the tanks by default. It's very important in certain planes that have where it only accesses fuel from the left tank. The right tank is effectively your reserve tank. And then halfway through your flight, you got to pump fuel from the right tank to the left tank. And then there's ones where you can't do both. You can't take fuel from both tanks. You take fuel from left tank. And then when that's done, you manually switch over to the right tank. Very ultralights usually have that arrangement. And this is an old plane, but it has 2 different selectors for each engine. Okay, it has 2 engines. It has different manual tank selectors for the. I'll show you this. Yeah.
Ready at runway 16
it does not matter that it's dark, except it does matter because I want to be able to see things. All right. So what I want to see is that there's these fuel selectors. You get left, you get center 1, and off. So you get 2 choices. Now my question is, what was in center 1? Why didn't it give me anything? And the answer is, okay. It starts with all your fuel in the left and right tank. So center didn't have any fuel in it, which seems like a bad idea. If you're going to have an auxiliary tank, you should have a few gallons in it, just so that if you accidentally switch to it, you don't stall out like we did. So I would think that was a bug on this starting screen, and that's something that they would just not set properly. But yeah, I mean, it's just, or maybe it's, yeah, like if you get over a certain level of fuel, it starts putting it in the center tank. But I guess the center tanks are overflow, are like only used for like, I think in the real world you probably would use the center tanks for aux, for auxiliary. So good to know. I didn't check this before the flight, and I tried switching to center tank thinking there was probably fuel in there. But basically, it was just telling us that we were low on fuel. And there wasn't anything we could do about it except probably land. But we weren't super low on fuel. We were just low on fuel. So in other words, if I do this, if I go here and get this low enough, you can see up here, there are two lights that come on. These green lights up there. Green on this one. Okay. Hold on, can I do this from here? Also, this one doesn't let you take off the yokes, but these, I believe, are warnings, fuel warnings. Maybe not. This is the modern one, so it's different looking. So it's already not quite the same. What does this say here? Yeah, I think these turn to red or something when your fuel flow exceeds 30 minutes worth of flight time. So if I were to try to take off here with this tiny amount of fuel, to do it. Well, I have one engine on. All right, let's forget about that. Let's forget about that for now. I don't even know what happened there. All right, moving along. As I mentioned, we'll explore this more tomorrow. What is going on here? We'll explore this more tomorrow. Open the door. And specifically in this plane, because it's different enough from the older version that it's actually kind of fun to try the boat out. There's a lot of similarities. You use the pitch thing here and you have to power it up, but other than that, and it's a lot easier to fly because of this modern style panel. Apparently a lot of them are retrofitted, and this one even has an autopilot. The other one does not have, which makes it a much more practical plane. We shall fly that one tomorrow. So give me a couple minutes. Thank you for enjoying the flight sim segment. Oh shit, did I just kill my YouTube live? I closed the wrong window. I might have killed my YouTube. Sorry. Hold on. It might not have died, but I might have just killed the window. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're still live, right? We're still live on YouTube. Sorry. I like to keep my YouTube alive, you know. Yeah, so run my mid-roll, and then I'm gonna bring my guitar in just like maybe for 35, 40 minutes, play some random songs, and then I'm gonna get back to work, and we're gonna do it all again tomorrow. Probably start around noon tomorrow, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, lots of streams coming up. There we go. Let me move this camera to a better position. Put this over here in case I need it. Okay, audio on, camera's kind of on. Can you see my guitar? Guitar of the day is basically, it's one of my go-to guitars for whatever reason. I enjoy playing it. It's my, it's a long name. It's an Epiphone Les Paul Custom Artisan Lee Malia Signature, whatever. It's got fancy stuff, fancy inlays, double binding, thick custom style body. Double binding means it's got binding on the back. Okay, that's what double binding is. It's not sexual or anything. So today I've been really enjoying doing the karaoke's, and I'm gonna do it a lot more. I really like it. I mean, theoretically you could just do. I mean, I know thousands of songs. If via karaoke, I can't even think of all the ones I could probably do. And I like doing the ones that I like doing, all these REM songs and all, all for you, all that crowd, Counting Crows, STP, Incubus Drive. All these are all great songs. I watch my VODs. I'm like, I'm not a great singer, but they're good songs, good song choices. So I'm gonna keep doing that. But today I'm taking a break from that, and I'm just going to play the guitar and probably sing, just because, if I don't sing every day, I'm going to be that much farther away from my goal of trying to be a good singer by September. We have 2 months, July, August, really. Better than I was when I started a year ago. Again, it's going to be a moving goal. It's not going to be the end of the year. But the September marks the 1 year anniversary of me doing this kind of content on Twitch. All right, let's see if we can warm up this guitar at least. So by just performing songs, kind of what I mean is like how I've been doing with the song "Modern Jesus" by Portugal the Man, which I'm going to bring up the lyrics for. But it's been a while since I've done this song. I really like doing the song here. It goes, it's like "Modern Jesus," right? Switch to this. Come on in, take a seat next to me. We got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires, yet they burn out. When they're on the rise, I can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we always assume, but we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's all keep cool. You don't need to feel blue, 'cause we won't sell you nothing that you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. Okay. Can still kind of do that one. So the REM songs I'm always doing with karaoke, I feel like I've just been learning those, and I think I'm kind of getting to the point where I think I could probably sing them just guitar and accompany myself. So, you know. So here's an example of what I mean by that I've been doing on the karaoke. We're not going to do on the karaoke. Oh, life is bigger than you. You are not me. The lengths that I will go to, distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. Set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much, haven't said enough. Thought that I'd heard you laughing, I thought that I'd heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper, with every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep eye on you, like a hurt, lost, and blinded fool. Oh no, I've said too much. Set it up. Consider this the hint of the century. Consider this slip that brought me to my knees. Failed, what if all these fetishes says he's come flailing around. Now I've said too much. Thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. That was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. Said it all. I thought that I'd heard you laughing. I thought that I'd heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. Try, cry, fly, try. That was just a dream. Just a dream, just a dream. Close enough for government work. Do. How about? I actually just singing the songs without the accompaniment. It's actually really a nice change for me, at least. And normally I'm playing the guitar and singing, so it's not that different. But I kind of have I think the cadence down a little better. I'm gonna play Wonderwall, but a whole step down. Today. Gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. 'Cause maybe gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're the Wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day, but they never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe gonna be the one that saves saves me. And after all, you ever wonder why? I said maybe gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you ever wonder why? I said maybe saves me. Gonna be the one that saves me. Gonna be the one that saves me. What? I don't think I can do that song. How about this one's really easy lyrically to remember. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. A simple prop occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. Another prop has occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Fire! What are the other ones? I want to look quickly at my YouTube thingy here. Okay. Oh, of course, there's that one. Oh, there's this one. Yeah, there's a bunch here. I was just this karaoke. I love doing this song. Okay, and I'm gonna do it. Next time, two streams from now, I'm gonna just do all the karaoke versions. By the way, thank you for Lula for the lovely multiple sets of emoticons. Lule. I don't know. All right. This song is called Breakfast at Tiffany's by a band called Deep Blue Something from Athens, Georgia. They weren't part of that. Okay. Well, that's not it. It's let's see. You say we've got nothing in common. Okay. You say we've got nothing in common. No common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You say world has come between us. Our lives have come between us. Still I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kind of liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing that we've got. I see you, the only one who knew me. Now your eyes see through me. I guess that I was wrong. So what now? It's plain to see we're over. I hate when things are over. So much is left undone. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kind of liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. Oh, and I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think both kind of liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. It's kind of how it would have sounded if it were in tune, and with the rest of the instruments. Alrighty. Now, this song which I always think I know the lyrics to, but I don't. Because I've sung it 80 million times. A little Diet Coke. How are we doing on time? Not running, only have a few minutes left. Come on in. Join in for the last 3 or 4 songs. But if you enjoyed today's content, remember, especially on the VODs, remember, tomorrow will be another stream. And the day after. I'm just going to keep doing it until the cops drag me away in handcuffs. Shiny, happy people. Shiny, happy people laughing. Meet me in the crowd. People, throw your love around. Love me, take it into town. Put it in the ground where the flowers grow. Gold and silver shine. A shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people laughing. Everyone around. Love them, love them. Put it in your hands. Take it, take it. There's no time to cry. Happy, happy. Put it in your heart where tomorrow shines. Gold and silver shine. A shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people laughing. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people laughing. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Slightly shortened version of that. There's a few more shiny, happy people holding hands in there. Alrighty. What else do we got in there? Calm down there. We did that one. Oh, we did not do this one. Which is one I don't really get lyrics for, I don't think. Oh, I really can't play it down there. However, I probably do need the lyrics. I remember last time I remember saying I didn't remember them, so. Goes like this. Kiss me out of the bearded body, nighty, beside the green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes, I will wear that dress. Whoa, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Kiss me down by the broken treehouse. Swing me upon its hanging tire. Bring your flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Whoa, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Kiss me, lean in the milky twilight, lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance, silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. Okay. Gotta have a little Cat Stevens like finger picks on there. I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I swam upon the burning lake sun. I sat upon the burning sun. I never, I never wanted water once. No, never, never. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I swam upon the devil's lake. I'll never, I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never. All right, last one I want to do, I think today is going to be this one. There's so many songs I want to do, but I just don't have time. Oh, as we can see, the Diet Coke is basically completed its journey into, there we go, its journey into my area of, I got 3 cameras, all right, this is hard. But it's done its job, okay, look, it's trust me. What is going on here? You were going to show an ad while I'm reading this. Assholes working. You gotta bring up the lyrics. Okay, that's how it goes. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I won. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. Oh, mothers, tell your children not to do as I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. I got one foot on the platform and the other foot on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I will. Wow, wish I could go on forever. I really just enjoyed, and I love my idea of not of playing the guitar on accompaniment. So I'll do that. I'll do that at least once a week, but as opposed to the karaoke accompaniment, which I also love doing. So let's switch back to here. You know, considering it's Wednesday, it's been an amazing stream. It's the middle of my work week. I'm getting back to work. Not too heavy a workload, but some stuff to do. You won't hear me complaining about my job. I love my job. I'm a software engineer for a bank. But still, they leave me alone. Pays well, great benefits, a lot of stability. This bank's been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? A big, pretty major U.S. bank. That's all I'm saying. Won't say what bank. It's a clue there, though. So, yeah, that's what I do for my day job. Not a musician and not a pilot. That's why I put pilot and musician in quotes. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't pay the bills. I'm a pretty good software engineer, though, I like to think, these days. I'm having the AI do more of my work, the co-pilot. Don't tell anybody. No, they're encouraging us. It's good. Actually, all the work I've been doing most recently, I've not used the co-pilot at all for. Anyway, we'll get back to that. But oh, look, there's a kitty. There's a kitty. We have cat content today. There's Mo. He's doing okay. Um, just wanted to thank everyone for today coming by, watching on VODs on Twitch. Smash that like button or subscribe if you want to see more. Pretty much every day except for Tuesday. So this is what I call the top of my week. This is just me getting started, getting on a roll for the rest of the week, which ends on Monday, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, tomorrow another stream. Start around noon PST, maybe. Friday probably start around 11:30 a.m. PST. Saturday similar. I like to keep a fairly regular schedule. And the other thing I like to do regularly on the end of my schedule and in my stream is raid Carol Burnett, because she's, first of all, she's awesome. Secondly, she's a Twitch partner. Thirdly, she's on all the time, 24 hours a day, so she can be reliably rated without me having to think about things like, is that person alive or anything like that. Plus, Carol Burnett actually inspired me so many years ago, decades ago, to have my own variety show. She did. I mean, she had her own variety show. It's got comedy, it's got musical interludes and interaction with the audience. Same here, right? So that my show is basically exactly like the Carol Burnett show. Although you don't get Harvey Korman, Tim Conway, Lyle Wagner, and the incomparable Vicki Lawrence. None of those people show up on my show, okay? Nor do you get Carol Burnett, but you do get me doing the following. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Goodbye, everybody. Visit. Look, Carol Burnett is fun for like 20 minutes. As I said before, they get away with stuff in the 70s you cannot get away with in the modern era. You know what I'm saying? Post Enlightenment. As it were, or whatever you want to call it, post Me Too or whatever it is. But she's still going strong. She's 92. She's in the show Palm Royale on Apple TV. It's a pretty good show too. She's good in it too. But yeah, she's old now. You know, so are we all. Okay. Bye. See you tomorrow.